The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. We've got the man Kyel Golly, aka No.ONE Network. How are you, bro?
Yeah, good brother. Just for having us.
Now, you're here because you're on tour. You got the Nerve tour going on.
Nerve tour. Yeah, Tall Poppy season. Yeah.
And you've done, I think you did the Brizzy show. Was that last week?
Yeah, last Saturday.
And then you've got
home first.
And you've got Adelaide tomorrow, and then Perth
Saturday.
Yeah. Now, first off, how was the Brizzy gig? Because I seen some stuff online on your IG, and it looked pretty intense.
It was fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like usually we're doing home last, but doing home first actually felt fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like kick it off with a bang and kind of show people like the potential of what we could do at a show. Yeah, and usually it's like a celebratory thing, like home's like the finishing, like. But like this one was cool to kick it off with a big bang.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it looked nuts online, eh?
Yeah, it's been a big 18 months, like since obviously like Sober and the last album. Now we've linked up with so many new artists, and then outside of the Brisbane City area as well. You know, you got Knox over at Ipswich, Forest Lake, and then you got the ECB boys in northern New South Wales. And then we've been working with Stay True God as well, Stay True God in Deception Bay. So like you had a whole bunch of areas coming together, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I seen clips where Knox was on stage. He was saying something about someone passed away or something like that, and then it just kicked straight in, and it's off it went.
Yeah, homage to one of his boys. Yeah.
Now, we had Nerve in here, I reckon, a couple years ago. Yeah, and you actually were in the studio when we shot that interview. And you know, a lot's happened since that time, and obviously there was a fair build up before that as well. So No.ONE Network. First of all, I mean that's like your thing, but that's a collaborative crew.
No.ONE Network is definitely dependent on the network that we have in it. I think it changes every time someone adds to it, and it wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for all the people in it. And I kind of just help facilitate and liaison like the networking between all of us, and kind of just act as like a middleman a lot of the time to bring it all together. Like anyone doing cool shit, anyone that really is trying to make a move, and hopefully we can kind of help them in whatever way we can.
Yeah. So how many people do you have on board as part of No.ONE Network, and what roles do they play?
It's never anything official because obviously things change all the time. It's kind of, we've done, I think, about over 100 plus collaborations officially. So that's artists contributing to the No.ONE Network and what it means and what it represents. But probably at the moment, probably got a roster of at least 50 plus artists that we can kind of hit up to do something, from rappers, videographers, graphics designers, photographers, stylists, like pretty much everything from the ground up that you see is someone that was young, kind of trying to get themselves out there in the creative field, and we've all come together, and we also try to bridge that gap between underground culture, but also like doing it properly.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks mad pro. Everything that you guys are doing looks spot on, eh?
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think we try to have that image and try to show that you can do it like that, but it's still all out of our own pockets, still very ground level.
Grassroots.
Yeah, we're all still living in share houses, like still just trying to get by.
No one's balling out yet.
No, like, literally, yeah. But I think that's an important part of the image, and what we're trying to do is not focus on the negative side of it, the positive side, and the lifestyle that we live is kind of a big justification for what we do. You know, being able to do what you want and create and do awesome shit with your friends. Yeah.
So then therefore, so No.ONE Network is like a collective of people, but you're kind of like the main person that gets people on board. And
so for a few years, I was doing the music thing with Toby, Nerve, and working with a bunch of different artists. I kind of grew up around a lot of graffiti culture and photographers, and used to just explore in general, and kind of always like going out of my bubble and documenting. That was kind of my thing as a photographer, just documenting anything cool happening. And part of that was meeting Toby. He hit me up to do a gig, and when he was Syntax Junkies those days. That's how we met. We were about 19. So it's been about a 6-year journey now. And, you know, before that, had a lot of resources to kind of help contribute to that image of the music. Obviously, like, it's not just the music, it's, you know, you need graphics designers, you know, you need to represent the hip hop culture, and like, you know, it kind of helps facilitate that element. And had a lot of people growing up where I was like, hey, check out this music stuff. Would you like to get involved? Like, and to help kind of build on, I guess, the hip hop culture in general, because it's not just about the rappers, it's the people who listen to that music as well.
yeah, well, the audience.
And it was a big thing in Brisbane as well. Everyone kind of was like, Brisbane sucks. There's nothing cool happening, you know. No one does anything sick. And it was kind of like a mission for me to kind of show that we can do cool shit. And when everything was popping off, I made a book called Not.ONE. And it was kind of like 5 years of everything I documented. And I went away on a trip for 3 months to Europe. And over there I met a lot of people, got pretty inspired. A lot of young people just backing themselves and taking it seriously. And at that point, you know, I knew there was something there. I had a Facebook album called The Network, which is where I used to put all the photos of all the cool shit we used to do. You know, from running gigs to cutting our own stickers to making the albums ourselves to building the studio to, you know, going out doing a bit of graph or whatever. And then, yeah, it was The Network. And then we kind of, pulled it all together and made it an actual platform and something that represented that body of people, you know, everything behind the music and everything that kind of made the culture what it was.
Yeah, okay. So then when you mentioned like you first sort of linked in with Nerve about 6 years ago, is it when you guys linked up together that's when the name No.ONE Network became a thing?
No, we were running around for a few years, and that was, you know, it was at that stage after a few years of doing our thing and seeing, I guess, that special element that Nerve could kind of represent with his music, having this crew behind him that weren't just rappers, you know. I think that's a big element of what it was. It was, you know, a whole bunch of talented creatives from the hip hop culture that were all hanging out, getting behind the Syntax Junkies and the Nerve movement. And so when I went away and came back, I was like, there's something we can piece together here.
Yeah, okay.
And kind of made it an official kind of platform and a collective and something for us to kind of really rep, not just the music, but everything else behind it.
The lesson. 927. Oh, yeah.